Another one met her at the chiropractic fitting clinic. So you see, it isn't there in any special spot. It's every place you go, there's potential people to talk to. But we're going to explain to you, how do you talk to them? How do you start the conversation? Well, a lot of our ladies started it very readily. So let's go on to the next question. What did your contacts say when you told them about the product and or opportunity? Excited, didn't express an opinion. Amazed, excited, liked the products, but the dollars were of more interest. You see? Wow, that sounds like a recruit to me. Another one, she saw my bra pin and inquired about it. Think about that. How many times we told you, wear your bra pin if you're not wearing it, because people are going to look at you and say, is that a bra? Duh, away we go. Another one was interested in learning more. Very interested. Another one, very interested. She wears the product and loves it. Sometimes we sell them the product, but we forget to sell them the opportunity. And all of a sudden they say, oh, really, I could sell this? Oh, gosh, that would be interesting. Another lady said she was interested in getting product at wholesale, and she was too old to become a consultant. But, what would you say to her then? Well, if you're, Joe, we'd love to have you in the business. And then who do you know that might be interested? Because I'm sure if you can't do it, I know you've got some wonderful friends or relatives that might be very interested. I'd love to have the opportunity to talk to them. So a lot of the girls think, well, maybe a wholesale buying, because maybe they're a little cautious now, and they go ahead and think, well, I'll start as a wholesale buyer. But you cultivate them. You don't try to keep them as a wholesale buyer. You try to cultivate them to invest and to go further. Just because they come in with a smaller amount, remember, you have 3 months in which to get them to order some of the big volume collections, and in doing so, she can really get her inventory built up and get it going. One said she was very interested. Another one said, I offered a preferred customer status to see if she could get her to expand her base to add products she already uses. And she was elderly, but she kind of approached it, let's look at these other products that we have. And she was very interested in the product, but not as much of the opportunity. And another one here told her how the products and how they could help her patients. And she suggested holding a bra clinic for her practice. She thought the bras sounded very interesting, and she understood how they would help relieve back pain. It just goes on. It's just amazing. Another one said she wanted a free bra to wear. Well, yeah, I suppose. She says, well, yeah, I'd like to try, but I want a free bra to wear. Well, what do you say to that? Well, certainly I'd be glad to give you a free bra. Let's set the date for your show where you get your friends together, and all of the sales from that show, I'll enable you to get a free bra. That's exciting, and I'm so glad you want to wear the bra, and we certainly can get it for you free. Another one is just she's interested in the fitting, but if you didn't start talking to her, how would you know that? Another one, she said she was interested in the business. A lot of them love the bras, and isn't that where it starts first? The love, the interest, and then they progress from there. And one said, yes, I think I can do this. Because all of a sudden you said it, and she thought, well, I might try that and see if I can do it. Now, I'm going to turn the next question over to Corey because she analyzed it too. So, Corey, what was your question?
Thank you, Phyllis. Well, my question is that what did their body language indicate? And so I'm going to ask you, why did we ask such a question? Well, it's because it's important to know body language because it helps you in determining a strategy in what to say or do when you're dealing with with a potential recruit or a potential sale. Now, do you know what the number one answer was? Interested. Number 2 was excited, and number 3 was relaxed. Now, what would you do with a person who seemed interested? Well, someone who's interested, that's a very good sign. But they can actually go either way, right? The important thing for you to do when you see someone who seems interested in the business or the product is that find out exactly what they're interested in, because that way you can gear your communication to answer what it is exactly that they're looking for. And it's also a good way to see what their level of commitment might be. You know, are they looking for a part-time job? Are they looking for a total career transition? Or are they going to be a total business entrepreneur or just kind of like a hobbyist? You know, it's important. And those are things that you can kind of determine through their body language and through the probing questions that you ask as a result of that observation. And one thing to do, though, with people who are interested is always give them the what's in it for me information. What's in it for them? What are the benefits for me if I buy the products? What are the benefits if I join the business? It's important to tell them that. So now, the second answer I'd like to cover is excited. That's our second most popular answer, and that's also can be a very good sign. But I do caution you, when you meet someone who's too excited, kind of take a step back and see just exactly how excited are they. Because they can be too excited in a superficial way, or it can be their excitement can be a superficial reaction to just a conversation. One thing to really try and find out through their body language is their excitement mixed with curiosity? Is their excitement mixed with interest? Because that's a very powerful sign right there. And if you do see somebody like that or meet somebody like that, again, give them the basic company information. See if you can even expand this lead by having them consider contacting some of their friends. I mean, after all, if they're excited about it, they're more open. Again, tell them the what's in it for me factor. And give them information that will get them even more excited. Tell them about the free trips they can earn. You know, tell them about how they can really work on their own time and become entrepreneurs and experience life in a way that they would not normally experience it if they're working for somebody else. Now, the third type of answer we got, and I'm going to read to you also of the other answers, but let me just go over this very last one, is a lot of people said they were relaxed. Now, some of them said they were relaxed, but the other person didn't seem like they were really listening, or some people responded by, you know, that they were the person they were talking to seemed relaxed and friendly. Well, someone who looks relaxed can be, yes, true, not interested, or they're probably actually waiting to hear something exciting from you. You know, tell them something that they can be excited about. And it can be in any number of things about the company, about how the company has been around for 50 years, and about how our products have really worked for women for the past 50 years, and how we are a trusted company, and how we really do take care of our distributors and all the free trips and all that good stuff. So the value of this type of question is that it really lets us know how our distributors are assessing the people they're talking to. Some other interesting answers was that one said loved it and was impressed. Another answer was that I think that maybe this person is interested at a later time. Now think about that response. Think about that type of assessment. Are you going to just drop that lead and, you know, not follow up with them? Of course not. And that's something we'll get to later. But it's important to read their body language so you know how you can follow up, talk to them, and actually, you know, just basically interact with someone who might be your next recruit. And now the second question that I got was, I believe. Oh no, Phyllis is actually taking the second question.
I thought take my
Phyllis.
And I. No. Okay, Corey.
Phyllis's turn. Thank you very much.
And I'll bring you back, Corey. I promise.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, your question was, when you told them about the unique products, what particular product did they seem interested in the most? Well, it just so happens, bras. But the most important thing, some brought up EcoClean and other eco-friendly items. There are a lot of people out there really interested in the ecology. We have products to fill that need. Another one is the breast cream. They like the idea of the breast cream to do the breast exam monthly and do that. Another one, she used Delicon, and once she used it, she thought it was fabulous. The tummy